Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls founder Rockie Jacobsen here. Let's talk turkey, Rocky. You guys, Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls is not known for being a company that makes high quality turkey calls, and I am certainly no turkey hunting wizard, but your calls make it pretty easy for me to be successful.
They are a great little turkey call, and we've got some things about our calls that nobody else does have. And you know, when you get into the diaphragms, we make 4 different diaphragms. We got one called the Little Yelper. We got one that's called the Gobbler Getter, Raspy Cutter, and the Little Jake. And the reason I like to use diaphragms is when I get a bird in close, I don't want to have to be using that box call or that slate to make movement. I put the diaphragm in my mouth. But I do like using the box calls and the slates to locate birds and to get them started and get them coming to me.
This box call has been my go-to call. I've killed and called in successfully a lot of turkeys, and I am not one of these people that grew up turkey hunting. I started turkey hunting about 10 years ago, and I've been successful every year calling in a turkey with this box call in particular, actually. So,
you know, one thing we did to make our box call different than anybody else, actually there's 2 things. We incorporated the vet spring in this, like we have in our elk bugle tube. And that spring vibrates from the soundboard and it broadcasts the sound out. It also gets rid of that urchy sound in the soundboards you do when you scratch across that. It just creates better quality sounds. The other thing that makes our box call more unique than anybody else's is the paddle normally has to be chalked, and this has to be chalked. We have a clear coat spray that we put on this stuff, and it creates the friction and it never wears off. You never have to chalk it. When it gets wet, it still works. Where when you chalk something, chalk gets wet, it doesn't work no more.
all right, so dun dun dun. So I am not any sort of turkey genius here. Clearly.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to use a slate, huh? Slates are probably the most realistic sounding calls there is on the market. Your striker drags across the surface into the crosshatches, and you got to maintain an angle so that bottom of the striker is touching that surface at the same angle all the times. Leave it on the surface and drag it backwards and leave it at that angle. It don't make any sound when you go backwards. And then to learn to make an oval shape for your yelps. The further out on the edge, the higher pitch. The further in you get, the lower pitch. To purr with it, you just maintain that angle and push down and drag it a little bit. If you drag too far, you change the angle of your striker.
If I can do this, and I've never operated a slate call before, in like 30 seconds of instruction from Rocky, you can get this and make it work too, especially with a little practice. Or you can be like me and just use this bad boy all the time.
You can't beat that one.
You can't beat that call. It just works. Yeah. So if you guys are looking for some great calls, get online, check out Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls turkey call lineup, and you guys should find everything you need right there.
That's correct. Thanks.